All right. You know what's hard? Making fucking videos. This has been such a pain in the ass to record. I'm just gonna jump into it. I'm gonna barely acknowledge the new mic. Okay, enjoy it. Whatever. All right. I just want to get this fucking video done. So Moth is a guy on the internet. He does content related to not safe for life stuff, which is essentially videos of people dying, videos of people being murdered, you know, very gruesome events. He goes a bit beyond just like true crime. I want to say it's a little bit more than that. It's a little bit more than that. And Moth is a very prominent figure in the not safe for life community, and has been, I want to say he hasn't been, like, it's only recently he's been called out. He's pretty much been the same fucking person now that I think about it. I want to say he's the biggest not safe for life content creator out there. I don't know if there's any others. I would gander that there are more egregious not safe for life content creators out there, but Plagued is the biggest. It's worth addressing this shit to sort of like make him an example of what not to do when you're making that kind of content. If you didn't catch it, I want to say last month, That Creepy Reading made a video. And That Creepy Reading does, I want to say, similar types of content where he does like countdowns of like disturbing media, movies. I don't think he did movies. He does mainly like video games and TV shows and shit like that. And he also does like he occasionally does like drama videos, you know, calling out other creators. And Creepy, you know, isn't entirely innocent in this whole situation. He did fuck up. He did kind of speak out of line about a few things before he had any evidence to substantiate it. For that, even in his video, he dedicates a portion to his video on Moth. He dedicates a portion to just apologizing to his audience for sort of speaking out of line on a few things. It was essentially him making a claim that he didn't substantiate during a live stream. And it's like, but he then later went on and substantiated. So it's like, okay, but it's like you were lying, like Plague does constantly throughout this fucking drama, and still continues to do it to this fucking day. And it's a coping mechanism. We'll get into that. How this whole situation gone down is essentially That Creepy Reading happened upon a video that Moth has made, and he found it very inappropriate how he handled that situation. But on top of that, he, towards the end of the video, advertised that, hey, go see the uncensored videos on my Patreon. If you want to see the uncensored gore videos, go to my Patreon. So Creepy, hearing this, said, this is fucking ridiculous. I need to see that he is actually doing this. And so he pays the $5 and he goes to his Patreon. He accesses the Discord, doesn't get age verified or age checked whatsoever, and basically gains access to a Discord channel on his Discord server called Super Secret Links or something like that. And it's essentially those unlisted videos of him like reacting to, or I think it's like BitChute links of him like reacting to uncensored gore videos. Now, why is this a problem? I don't think Creepy really did a good job explaining why this is such a fucking horrible thing to do, because he just kind of naturally assumes that people can articulate it in their heads why this is wrong. But I feel like it kind of warrants being spelt out as clear as fucking day, because Moth seems to literally not understand, and I think it needs to be spelt. These are videos of people dying. These are videos of people being murdered. These are videos of minors being killed, and you're like selling that content. You are making profit off of a video meant to exploit people in their worst and last moments. What the fuck is wrong with you? This is entirely disrespectful to the victims. And Moth constantly tries to make appeals to how he presents this. Like, Moth seems to fucking think for some fucking reason that he's not mishandling this content whatsoever, and people are just overreacting. He seems to not notice the fucking issue with like monetizing that kind of shit. But anyways, that's why it's a problem. That's why it's a problem. It's a problem. You're monetizing people dying, and that's shitty. You wouldn't like it if someone monetized a video of your child dying and saying, look at my goofy reaction. Look, you wanna see me count the amount of times this 15-year-old girl gets her head stomped in? Go subscribe to my Patreon and see everything uncensored. Teehee. Laha teehee. That's a big fucking problem, right? And I kind of want to go a little bit more into that. So initially, when Creepy came out with his tale, with his story, I want to say last year, Moth decided to say, well, that channel doesn't exist. Creepy's lying to you. That channel doesn't exist. It's not real. So he fires up a live stream and then shows his Discord server and says, look, guys, it's not there. There's no video of me selling uncensored gore content. So case closed, right? Wouldn't it fucking suck if, like, a mod had, like, you know, Discord logs of Plagued deleting that channel? the channel, the super secret links? Wouldn't it fucking suck if there was, like, a Discord log of him literally deleting that right before he fires up his live stream? Wouldn't that suck? It would. It's quite unfortunate. That's literally what happened. And so now Moth's position is, well, the Discord server exists and it used to exist, but I shut it down because, you know, the channel existing was threatening my Patreon, because my Patreon was being threatened to be shut down. I think it's shut down now, but, you know, my Patreon was being threatened to be shut down. And so I removed the channel. And I did it out of the good graces of my heart. You're welcome, by the way. Like, Moth is incredibly fucking arrogant throughout this entire situation, trying to make himself out as, like, the victim at every single turn, and simultaneously the hero at the same time. That he's done so much good. Oh, he made one video where the family of the victim thanked him for his coverage, because he put a lot more focus on the mental health aspect, because it was a video of a guy blowing his fucking brains out, and Plagued put a lot more emphasis on the mental health, and the family thanked him. Like, you did one thing right. That doesn't mean that you are infallible and that you haven't fucked up and done and said fucked up shit throughout your journey on YouTube, right? That doesn't fucking mean that you know how to handle these fucking situations. You clearly fucking don't. So that's that channel out of the way. So he sold uncensored gore videos, but that's not all. I always debate, like, this is like my 5th time recording this fucking shit. I always think to myself, is it really worth covering the Daisy Destruction thing? Like, is it really worth it? It's so dumb. Okay, so if you don't know, Daisy's Destruction, if that word doesn't send shivers down your spine, is one of the worst pieces of media out there, like, to ever exist, ever. Not by the accounts of internet edgelords, but by the accounts of the FBI, you know, people whose job it is to watch that kind of material and catch the perpetrators. By their accounts, it's the fucking worst thing they've ever seen in their entire life. And it's been a while since I've heard or listened to a documentary about it. I couldn't tell you with confidence what's exactly in the video, because my brain subconsciously just wants to block it out. It's really that fucking bad. I'm not even being exaggerative. Like, I could barely remember what happened in the video. I just know kids get raped and killed in very, very gruesome fashion. I don't know what happened, and quite frankly, I don't care to revisit and go into detail about it, because it's genuinely a fucking awful video. But for some fucking reason, Plague decides to make some interesting comments. That he said that he'd actually seen Daisy's Destruction, and he saw it by accidentally clicking on a 4chan link. So that raises a few questions. So you mean to tell me that you clicked on a link and potentially have one of the most abhorrent pieces of media on your device? That's worrisome. And then in response to that, being asked by a lot of people, in particular, I want to say Slime Beast, who will be coming up later. He says, "Well, no. I didn't see the 4chan link. I don't think he ever said that he lied about seeing it on a 4chan link. But he, without a doubt, said he saw a preview of it on 4chan. And that actually did happen. There was a leak of the video that happened on 4chan, and people did actually fucking see it. That was a thing that did happen. And Moth decides to, like, lump himself up in with one of those people that said, "Oh yeah, I've seen this really, really bad video." It's like, Plague, it's child gore, and it's also child. This isn't like something to, like, brag about. Like, he didn't ever put it in a bragging way, but you could tell that he was trying to say, well, I've seen really bad shit. Like, I'm so angsty and edgy. I've seen like one of the worst videos ever made ever. Plague really likes drumming up his character. You'll get to know that. You'll get to know that. So he said that he saw it on 4chan, but then he amends it and he says, well, no, I actually saw like a 60 minutes interview. He said, or an interview. What the fuck am I saying? He saw, so there's this, if you don't know, there's this television channel called 60 Minutes. They usually cover like true crime stuff or true crime related stuff. They did, I think 60 Minutes, they did an interview with Prince, I don't want to say Prince Harry. It's not Prince Harry. He, the fucking guy who was friends with Epstein. They did an interview with him. They cover true crime and stuff like that. And they did a 60-minute segment covering Peter Scully, the guy who made Daisy's Destruction. And in that 60 minutes video, they show approximately, I want to say 60 seconds of Daisy's Destruction on television. They didn't show anything. They didn't show like anything gory or anything like that, obviously. But they showed like this Windows Movie Maker fucking intro that Peter Scully had made for Daisy's Destruction. And they showed that. They showed like, this is what the intro looks like. And this is all that we can show you. And this was all that we were given to show you. But to get the gist that this is a video. And if you ever, I don't think they ever said in the video, but it's I get the reason why showing that intro, right? I get the reason why, because it seems so fucking innocent. Like, it's just literally like a Windows Movie Maker intro. Like, it looks super fucking inoffensive, but this is the intro to one of the worst pieces of media to ever exist. I need to hammer that in. Like, this by all accounts, this is like the worst shit ever. Yeah. So Plague says that, no, I actually saw that. That's what I saw. I didn't see no 4chan link. I didn't see anything in that. He just completely just pretends like he never said that. He doesn't even acknowledge it. He, like, every time people bring it up, he doesn't acknowledge it. He said, well, no, I saw this 60 minutes. I saw this 60 minutes, couple second intro that they showed on their episode covering Peter Scully. Like, he just has a tendency to lie about random shit. I don't believe Plague saw the video. I don't believe Plague when he said initially that he saw it on 4chan and then he saw the fucked up parts, right? I don't believe him. I don't believe him when he said that. I think he was genuinely lying about that, because he has a tendency to do that. I might as well cover it now, because like this is the next thing, because we're pretty much done talking about this. He also lied about seeing this video called Dig Your Roots. And it was circulating around the Not Safe for Life community for a while about this video that is about a kid in a bedroom, and then two intruders break into his house and they fucking kill him or whatever. And then Plague, in his stunning intellect, says, oh, I've seen the video. I have seen Dig Your Roots. It is a really fucked up bad video. And then it turns out that video never existed, and it was just literally made the fuck up. And so he literally just straight up fucking lies, and he never addresses it. He never addresses it. He never talks about it ever again. I don't know why the fuck he does this. I don't understand. Like, I think he thinks he makes himself sound cool. You're not, Plague. I don't use this word a lot. He's kind of a freak. He's kind of a fucking freak. He's a very, very immature man-child. Moth is one of those guys who, you know, broke his arm, and then when people ask, how did you break your arm, he says, oh, I was like arm wrestling an alligator or something. Like, he'll just lie. He'll just fucking lie, and he'll mean it too. He'll say like, no, I'm serious, I'm totally serious. Like, yeah, okay, dude. And this is something that I can attest to. Moth, like I said, very inappropriate in his coverage of these situations. He doesn't handle it very faintly. He handles them very nonchalantly most of the time. Some would say too nonchalantly, because he made a video reacting to a 15-year-old girl getting her head stomped in. It's a gore video called 99 Stomps, one girl in 99 Stomps. And throughout him reacting, he's giving these like world star sort of reactions. You know, saying like, oh dang, oh dude, are you okay? Like, he's literally like laughing as this girl is getting her fucking shit kicked in. And he has several videos like that. He also I think there was like an uncensored video that he had on his Discord of him like reacting to Funky Town, which is another famous gore video of these people being killed by cartel members. According to that creepy reading, he literally joked, like he literally says, I think it's funny that his screams get higher in pitch because the knife is cutting into his vocal cords. Like he seems to think that's like a hilarious detail. Those are just two examples. Like I don't feel like I needed to describe in detail why this is wrong or bad. I feel like I already kind of explained it. Still has the gall to say that he handles a lot of his coverage responsibly, and constantly references that, you know, that one family complimented him that one time. They said, thank you for putting emphasis on the mental health. It's like, okay, like he put a little bit more emphasis than like the media did. Like, that's not an impressive feat. Like the media is very callous when it comes to covering shit like this. That's pretty much it in terms of his wrongdoings with his content style. In response to being called out by people like that creepy reading, Lazy Bedhead, and Slime Beast, he decides to go for the fucking throat. He tries to smear that creepy reading as some sort of pedophile, enabler, defender, person, whatever. Like every time Creepy gets brought up in this situation, Plague wants to immediately run to accusing him of just random shit with like fucking zero evidence. And then also randomly bring up just like slightly embarrassing details of him when he was a teenager. Like, do you feel fucking big or something, man? Like bringing that up? Like, you're being called out for joking and laughing about a 15-year-old girl getting her head stomped in and monetizing uncensored gore videos, like, and like essentially selling them to people. Like, that creepy reading might be a little bit of a weirdo, but you are like so much fucking worse. And we'll get into that. It's a funny little detail. I'll save that for the end of the video. He tries to smear everyone as like some pedophile, enabler, defender. He's insanely desperate. Like he's like that Always Sunny in Philadelphia fucking meme of that dude like tying thread in a corkboard, and like there's like a billion threads all over the room, and he's like smoking, and he's like, he looks fucking insane and crazy. That's essentially Plague Moth anytime people fucking criticize him. It's like, this connects to this and this and that blah blah blah, and then this person's a pedophile, evil, vile, defender, crackhead, loser, fat head toe looking motherfucker. Like, he immediately goes for ad homs and trying to smear and besmirch their character for simply saying, Plagued, why are you doing this? You need to stop doing that. That's really fucked up of you to do that. Yeah, like I don't want to go too much into detail because like that, all of that is really covered in detail in Creepy's video, and I highly encourage you go watch it and give it views, give it likes. If you want to hear Lazy Bedhead, Creepy, and other of Plague Moth's victims essentially speak out, because there's a lot of shit. There's a lot of shit this fucking dude did wrong. I covered the major ones, the major players involved, but he's fucked over, like, you know, people in his community. He's, you know, for speaking out against him and shit like that. It's just, Plague Moth is just, he really loves pretending like he's an advocate for victims, and he's a staunch progressive, but those values go to the fucking wayside when he can easily try and smear someone's character for like stupid fucking reason and attack their identity, right? Like attacking Creepy for some like you know, for calling him like a pedophile, but then having to walk it back, and it's like just pedo jacketing. It's just really fucking bad. So with all that taken into account, what can we surmise from this whole situation? Plague Moth is a man-child. He is very, very emotionally unstable and emotionally immature. He doesn't know how to handle criticism at all. The slightest of criticism gets the maximum amount of hatred and vitriol. If he can't muster up the courage to act like a fucking adult for once in his fucking life, then he doesn't deserve to make content. I genuinely think he should be banned. I genuinely think he should be removed from this fucking platform, because time and time again, he misuses his power. He misuses his, he weaponizes his audience. You know, he makes fucking wild accusations at people. Like, he's so fucking reckless, and he's covering and handling these like very, very traumatic and, you know, contentious subjects, and he's treating them like they're just like, oh, it's just like this really crazy horror movie that I saw one time. Like, dude, like you need to fucking stop. Like, Plague Moth needs to stop, like, everything that he's fucking doing, and reevaluate his fucking life. This dude's a father, and he is setting an impeccably abysmal example to his children and his audience. That's pretty much all I can say about this fucking situation. Plague Moth has just really shown himself to be like a insanely just immature person, and cannot handle. He can't handle the YouTube atmosphere. He really can't, and he should just find a day job or something to pay the fucking bills, because I mean, he's already fucked his reputation as is, and he continues to fucking lie about shit. Oh yeah, so this comes up. This whole drama is sort of being proliferated now, because Turkey Tom did some sort of interview of Plague Moth about this whole drama on his channel. I want to say like 4 or 5 days ago. While he's being interviewed, that creepy reading is in the live stream chat, bringing up and calling him out on lies about this whole thing, and then in response to being, he just does it on live, just right in front of like hundreds of people. He brings up this like Tumblr blog that creepy reading made, like back when he was like 16 or something like that, on Tumblr, of him like saying that he jerked off, and his mom walked in and he told his mom that he was jerking off, like a cringy story, a cringy and slightly amusing story. He decides to just bring that up and be like, well, every time I bring this up, Creepy doesn't want to talk about it. It's like, because, dude, we're talking about you, like, doing some really fucked up shit. Like, this really isn't relevant. Like, and then he tries to pearl clutch and says, this is to your teenage audience. Yeah, he wrote this when he was a fucking teenager, my guy. Like, he wrote this when he was a fucking teenager, dude. Like, what are you clutching your pearls for, dog? It's just absolutely ridiculous. Like, there is no fucking pit he will like fucking roll in and dirty himself in, just to try his hardest and make someone else look bad. And the best part about it is that he after reading out the blog, after reading out the Tumblr blog of that creepy reading, he says, isn't this dude a freak? Isn't this dude a freak, Turkey Tom? And Tom is like, in fairness, it's the blog post is pretty old. But I think you're more of a freak. I think you're more of a loser. He says that, and then you can hear the fucking defeat in Plague Moth's voice, saying, "Yeah, fair enough." Like, it was such a shit attempt. God, he's such a fucking loser. God, man.
Kind of. I mean, from that account, it seems like you're like some kind of fucking psycho.
No, that I agree with you. That's weird.
Okay.
Can I bring something up too for this dude who is so morally on his high horse? I have never gotten a response from him on this, and I would like to ask him this.
Okay.
Okay. Why, to your self-proclaimed teenage audience, TCR, did you post a jerk-off story where you told your mom?
He told.
Why did you allow goring your own Discord?
He told his mom that he jerked off?
Homie, I'm about to pull something up that's about to blow your goddamn mind. This is something else. Hold on. I have this saved on my phone just in case. You never know when you need the I jerked off in front of my mom story. Signed TCR.
In front of his mom?
Well, I mean, he told her about it while he was.
That's crazy.
I don't know where he really gets his moral high horse from. He's a total hypocrite, but hold on. It's still on his Tumblr. I told my mom I was jerking off. So my mom walks in my room and asks, what are you doing? And I instantly think think to myself, I gotta do some work. Blurg. By the way, what's a blurg? Tired, don't make me get up. But nonetheless, I respond with, nothing. I'm trying to fix my sleeping schedule. I'm tired and my goal is to make it to 5 p.m. today. Mom's, oh, okay, so you're staying up till 5? Yeah, why do you ask? No reason, I just got home and wanted to check on you. Oh, in that case, I was just jerking off too. Mom says, ... door shuts. Hashtag TCR, hashtag jerking off, hashtag mom, hashtag creepy reading.
Okay.
Are we really gonna hop on a high horse and call me a weirdo? I mean, are we really gonna do this right now?
In fairness, apparently it is old. I would still say, I mean, look, both of you are weird. You're probably weirder though, just for the gore thing alone, right? Just
Fair
that
enough.
is, I mean, that is pretty.
But yeah, that's essentially it. Like, I don't really got anything else to say about the situation. I just hope that Plague Moth, at least him having his channel back, decides to do the right thing and not do that shit ever fucking again. And just for once in his life, just take some fucking accountability. Just be like, yeah, I fucked up. Yeah, maybe I want to walk back that his channel should be removed because like he's sort of like restarted his channel, so to speak. He's removed all those like inappropriate videos, and he's trying to do like a new slate thing. You know, he's just uploading his like not safe for life iceberg video, which is like that's an okay video. That's what I know him for. I watched his not safe for life iceberg thing because I was really into icebergs around that time when he initially made that. But yeah, like as long as he just sticks to that stuff, documentaries like he said he's trying to do, just stick to documentaries, you know, not being a fucking dickhead. Just I feel like this is never going to end. I feel like this is the kind of drama that's never going to end, and it's always going to be brought up because that's just his character. That's just his personality. His personality is the kind of guy who's like, I can't ever be wrong. You can't ever hold my feet to the fire. You can't ever hold me accountable. I could never do like you're preaching. I don't know who you're trying to tell. I don't know who you're trying to talk to. I'm such a big man. I'm such a big guy. I'm just trying to feed my family, and you're attacking me. Like it's just that's all he could ever do because he is a grown man acting like a little baby. That's all he could do. It's coping. You're coping. That's the end of the video. Like and subscribe, dog, or do something, man. You know, I'm trying to get back into making videos frequently and not taking like fucking like 5 week, taking a 5 week break or some shit. Hopefully this video wasn't too scattered. 32 fucking minutes. Goddamn. Yeah, like and subscribe, do shit, do all that. That really helps the channel. That's it. Goodbye.